This is KUGAN CASSIUS for iFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in Las Vegas, MAYWEATHER-McGREGOR Fight Week. Delighted to be joined by our very own, well not really our own, Hartlepool's very own, Savannah Marshall, who makes her pro debut this week. Is it all sunk in yet?
No, not yet. I'm still on cloud 9. It hasn't sunk in yet.
It doesn't seem that long ago that you was announced in the middle of this Walsh-Mayweather feud. Suddenly Ella B and Mayweather bring you in the middle and go, this is our new signing. Everyone's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Right in the middle of all that. So how's it gone since that day up until now?
So a week after that, it got announced that I was boxing on the MAYWEATHER-McGREGOR undercard, which is an amazing opportunity that I've been given. So there was a few issues with my visa because I had to get a working visa. So I've been training with Peter Fury. Peter's took me under his wing, introduced me to the pro game, showed me the ropes. So I've had a tough eight-week camp with him, and I came out here a couple of days ago.
We'll come on to Peter Fury in a bit, but I mean, you're lucky if you get to make your debut at York Hall or the O2, and this is probably, I don't know, I can't see in the next sort of 10 years there being an event with the people involved in it as big as this, because if you look at who's in boxing now, it'd probably take a while for sort of those names to be established. And MAYWEATHER-McGREGOR undercard, people can have their opinions about this fight, but still the event is absolutely massive, so you to be on it is good.
I could probably retire after this fight because I'd never ever top it.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about, obviously you have been training with Peter Fury, so how's that gone? What can you tell us about that?
Brilliant. I've got so much respect for Peter. I think he's a really good trainer. I like what he teaches, and he's just a really nice man as well. I learned quite quickly that the amateur game and the pro game are two completely different. It's like two completely different sports. So I'm glad I had someone like Peter with all the experience he's had to, like I said, show me the ropes.
I mean, this has been said to death, but the fact is now is the time for someone like yourself to be put into the pro game because of the sheer turnaround of how many women fighters are turning professional. You know, we don't have to mention names, but we will in Taylor Adams and Natasha Jonas now, and there's so many. So, but you're going to have that mix and also this American mix as well now. So you're kind of going to be caught in between the both of these. Yeah,
it's amazing. Like I've said before, I think all the sport needed was just a couple of big names like Katie and Nicola to turn over, and loads have followed. Like you said, Natasha Jonas has came back after, I think a 3-year break to give the pro game a go. Chantel Cameron, who's done amazing. She's making big waves on Channel 5. So there's always a female bout on big undercards now. So it's really looking up.
Obviously, you're at the highest promotion end, especially here in America with someone like Floyd Mayweather. But was there talks about you going potentially with a UK promoter? Was that in the pipeline at any point?
Not really. Literally, I was ready to wrap in January. I'd had enough of the amateur game. I did 2 Olympics. I did 4 World Championships, Europeans, and then just some guy, Sam Jones, just messaged me on Facebook and just said, I've heard you've left GB, do you fancy turning pro? And I basically said, oh yeah, but I don't want to be selling tickets. I haven't got the personality to be hassling people to sell tickets, and I haven't got an Olympic medal, so I don't think anyone would be interested. And he basically said, oh, I've got a meeting with Mayweather, can I drop your name in? And I thought, oh yeah, right. And the next thing, I'd done the business and they got in touch with me saying they wanted to sign me.
Obviously you're involved in the sport boxing, and you don't need me to tell you that there will be people that can say and there will be people that can do, and there will be people that can do both. So if you found someone like Sam that can do both, you're in a winning position.
Definitely.
What conversations have you had kind of with Leonard and Floyd since that day that you were announced to the media as one of their fighters?
I haven't really seen Floyd or spoke to Floyd. I don't think he has much to do with that side. My manager, Dewan Blake, is constantly in contact with me, and I've spoke a little bit of Leonard. So, yeah.
I mean, they must be excited though. They've got, is it Latondra Jung? Is it?
Yeah, Jones, yeah.
Yeah, oh, of course, yeah. So they're kind of adding to the stable here, and that would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Full women's card. Whoever headlines it.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing people will keep pumping you until this fight happens again is Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
Because that'll be on her mind more than it is on yours, I should imagine. I'm guessing.
Yeah. The thing with that is, I think obviously she's world champion now at super middle. So I want to become world champion of this sport as well. So I'm sure our paths will cross. They've got to cross. So it's we both do well, both still unbeaten. It'll definitely happen.
Because you've got the UK angle going on as well, fighting here. Do you anticipate that you could be fighting in the UK as well as here? Is that the plan?
Yeah. It was said that I want to box in the UK as well as in the US, just as much, like half as how many fights I have. So yeah, definitely I want to. There's no better than boxing in front of your family and your friends. So I'm looking to box in the UK before the end of the year anyway.
I mean, people are more used to women's boxing out here in the States than they are in the UK. It seems like in the last year people have needed convincing that, you know, this is a good thing for the sport, you know, especially since Katie has turned professional. But do you believe that people back home still need convincing that, you know, to take women's boxing as it is, two people fighting rather than two women fighting?
I think Katie done that job. You know, the performances she put on Sky Sports, and I think, you know, she was probably one of the main reasons why female boxing professional is where it is now. But for me, I think as long as I get paid at the end of the night, I'm not bothered what people think.
That's the name of the game, to be honest. You don't want to get punched in the head for nothing, so I don't blame you. But who have you been sparring with?
I've been doing a lot of work with Johnny Rose lads in Manchester, and Preston, is it Preston?
Yeah.
MTK gym. I've been doing a couple of rounds with Peter McDonough. You know, he's really experienced, so he's been showing me, you know, the little tricks of, you know, when to hold, when not to hold, stuff like that. Yeah, so it's been brilliant.
This might sound a bit, I don't know what the word is for it, but I find the women's and the men's sparring quite fascinating, just on the front of how much are, no disrespect to you, just how much are they holding back with that thing in the head that you're a woman, if that makes sense. I don't mean that to sound sexist or anything, but I suppose that is in their brain, because I've spoken to Natasha Jonas, who training obviously at Gallagher's gym with all those kind of fighters. What sort of throttle are they going? But I suppose you give as good as you get in there. Yeah,
I think women are at disadvantage, because I've sparred men my weight, and the men are just so much naturally stronger than women, so they are at a bit of disadvantage. But sometimes I've found that when they do hold back and you catch them, I don't know, then they kind of unload a bit. So I think they hold back a bit, and then if you catch them with a good shot, then it soon changes.
Now I'm gonna say that I'm guessing that Floyd and Leonard had never heard of Hartlepool before you. Is that right?
Yeah.
To be honest.
Keep saying Scotland. Keep saying I'm from Scotland. Like, I'm not quite that far. Not quite far north.
UK. It doesn't matter, does it? But what do you know about your opponent this week?
I'm boxing a girl called Sydney LeBlanc. I think that's how you pronounce it. She's I think she might have had nine pro bouts. She recently boxed for the WBC title against Clarissa. She's also boxing with the top girl called Francine Cruz. So it's going to be a tough one for my first fight. She's tough herself. She comes forward a lot, and obviously she's boxed for a WBC title, so she's not daft really, is she?
I'm sure she's not.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the plan for you, as in situating yourself? Are you going to come back and forth from the UK to here, or are you going to be here for just camps, or how's it going to work?
No, so from now I'm here for good now, unless I box in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
So taking it all in, I should imagine, must be getting quite used to it as well.
Not yet. I keep going back. I keep just sitting in the room with the aircon on. I can't handle the heat. It's unbearable.
The only advice I can give you is stay away from Girl Collection, that club.
Oh.
Just stay away from it.
I've seen it all over Floyd's
Yeah, I've seen it as
Instagram,
well.
and
I'm frightened to even think about ever going in there, even if Floyd's in there. But yeah, stay away from there, Savannah. You'll be fine. Definitely.
Thank you.
All right, well, listen, thank you very much for talking to iFull TV, and I'm sure you've got a press conference on Thursday.
Yeah, I think so.
Thursday, so I'm sure we'll catch up with you again, and best of luck for this week, and yeah, go and do the job.
Thank you.
All right, cheers.